That success planner for you guys, that is what I would refer to as your Nerium Bible for the next 90 days, right? This is what you're going to run your business by. This is really going to be the nuts and bolts of your business for the first 3 months at least of your business. And actually, you'll continue to refer back to it, right? I have written in mine so many times that I now go to the back office and I actually print off new copies of it consistently, because number one, it changes every now and then. But number two, I consistently have to bring myself back to basics. So what I want to encourage you guys to really, really wrap your head around in this business, in this company, is that you guys have landed yourselves in a spot with a very simple business. Okay, I don't mean easy. There's a difference between simple and easy, but you've landed yourself in a position with a company that has a very, very simple business plan. So if you can really wrap your head around the basics and you can really get a handle of the basics and then just duplicate them again and again and again over time and teach the people that you bring on board to do the same thing, to just get a handle on the basics, the simple things, and continue to do those day in and day out, you're going to see that you have success, and so do the people on your team. I won't tell you it's easy, right? Anything you guys do, you probably all know you've done things yourselves. You know that whatever you're doing, when you have success, it's hard work, right? You're not successful in anything without putting hard work into it. So I want to encourage you all to think about this as a business. You know, we've got people on here probably from all different walks of life. We've got people on this call with all sorts of different goals. And that's the beautiful thing about this business, is that we can all come to the table with different goals, with different lifestyles, in different places, and we can all get out of this business what we want. And so one of the first things that I really want to take time to just kind of chat with you guys about very briefly, and then I'm actually going to refer you for some homework. Because one of the things that is really, really important, and I was actually going over this with a brand partner on my team this morning, is something that took me, you guys, 2.5, 3 years to grasp. Okay, so I've been with Nerium almost 3 years. I am just now, I'm a very slow learner. So that should really encourage you guys. I have a very successful business, but I'm a very slow learner in some things. And one of those things is vision building. For me, it's very, very tough. But what I want to encourage you guys with is, if you can get a handle on that first, if you can really get a handle on why you joined this company, you are going to have a driver for your business. Okay. If you don't really know why you joined Nerium, after this call, I'm going to send you to another call. I'm going to send you to a YouTube video. And I'll actually post it on the page that Cindy created on that messenger thread. But I want to send you to a Mark Smith training that he did at one of our conferences, a few conferences back, that was very, very powerful. And it will really help you get a handle and help you walk through figuring out why you're in this business. So for some people, it might be as simple as, I want to be able to take my kids on an extra vacation, or I want to pay off debt. Or, you know, for some people, it might be, I want to quit my job. I need an exit strategy from the place that I'm at, right? For some people, it might be gap income. It might be, we're just not quite making enough to pay the bills. But you guys, that's not good enough, okay? If you really want to have a driver, if you really want to have something that's going to drive you to do well in this business, you really need to know how much debt you need to pay off. You need to know how much money you need to take that vacation, where you're going to go, what you're going to do, how much it's going to cost. I mean, you need to be able to see all of that. And you guys, it's taken me, like I said, almost 3 years to really get a handle on that. But in having a conversation with one of my brand partners this morning, she asked me point blank, what is it that sets the successful apart from the non-successful in this business? I want to know what the secret ingredient is. And it came together for me. And I said, you know what? The only difference between somebody that has success in this business and somebody who does not have success in this business is the person that has success has a strong why. They know where they're going and why they're going there. And it drives them to get there, right? It really is so important, you guys. So I know it probably sounds like I'm hounding a little bit on this, but really, 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 I want you to really get a good feel for what that is for yourself. And then once you have a good feel for it, I want you to put that in front of you, right? Even if it's just that you're writing up in front of your computer, Hawaii 2 years from now, staying at the Ritz-Carlton, getting massages every day, whatever that is, right? Make sure that you've got it in front of you so that every time you sit down, every time you hit a hurdle in your business, because you will, right? Just like life, you guys have hurdles in life. You're going to have hurdles in your business. And so every time you hit a hurdle, you have to know what's going to get you over the hurdle, okay? When you get a call from somebody who's grumpy about whatever it is, right? Because we deal with people, so we deal with all the emotions that come with people. And so a lot of times it's going to be people that drive you nuts in this business. It's going to be people that you love. There's going to be people that drive you nuts as well. And when that happens, you've got to know what's going to keep you going. So that is a huge piece of the puzzle, you guys. The only difference between somebody that hits NMD in a year and somebody who doesn't is that person who hits NMD in a year knew where they were going from the get-go, right? They put their running shoes on. They had a goal. They put their running shoes on and they went for it. Okay, so that's really, really, really important, you guys. Some little bits that I wanted to touch on, and Cindy, I know I put together a graphic before we got started, because I thought it might be helpful for the new VPs to be able to get a grasp on what we call our Nerium rhythm, right? And all too often we kind of reel some things off and people are like, well, wait, what did you say? And so you guys, in this simple system, Nerium's really given us a roadmap of what to do in our business in order to have success. Very similar to if you were to start a franchise, right? The only difference if you were starting a franchise would be that you would be investing $50, $100, $150, $200,000, right, on up into your business. And it would take you a very long time to get to a profit where you're making profit. In Nerium, you guys, I hope you realize you have had the opportunity to get started a global business, right, for anywhere from $500 to probably $1,500, right? And you bought yourself a global business. What I want to encourage you to do is to treat this business like you paid $25,000, $50,000, $100,000 to get into this business, okay? And in one of those things, if you had just spent, let's say, $50,000 to buy a franchise, and your franchisor told you that you had to attend 4 trainings a week, would you do it? Right? You guys would do it. You just spent $50,000 and you've got to get that money back. And so if that franchisor said, we've got 4 trainings, I need you to get on them, you'd say, yes, ma'am, I'm on it, right? So I want you to treat your Nerium business that same way. We have a proven system of success, and in that proven system of success, you're going to see on the top left, Nerium University. You guys, Nerium University is fantastic. It's a weekly training put together for you by the top of the top in the company, okay? It is recorded, so you can actually watch it anytime that works for you. What we do is we actually gather as a company on Monday nights around the country, actually now around the globe, and teams of people will actually gather in their homes and watch this together. You guys, Cindy is amazing. She actually Zooms her Nerium University every single week so that all of us that are dotted all around the country and the world can jump on and watch Nerium University together, even if we're not around other Nerium brand partners. You won't see me on that Zoom because it is, I don't know, like midnight or 1 a.m. here. And it's just not something that's doable for me. So I actually have Nerium University scheduled in my calendar for Tuesday mornings. Okay, it's in my calendar. I have an appointment to watch it by myself because I know that I have to get it done. Okay, you guys will find that training in your back office. So once you've logged into your website, you can go to training and Nerium University, and they are archived. So if you're not watching them with a team, you have the ability to go in, schedule yourself an hour each week when you're actually going to take time to watch that, okay? Tuesday is something called a Get Started Right call. This is not put on by corporate, but this is actually put on by leaders in our team, you guys, fabulous leaders on our team that want to give us tools to be able to get people started right in this business. So we try to keep the topics basic. It's a short 20 to 30-minute call. It's at 12 o'clock, so noon Eastern Standard Time. And again, it's recorded every single week. So if you miss it, you can go back and you can, make a plan to listen to that call. That call is available from Tuesday at noon until Tuesday at noon, then it's recorded over. So you'll see the replay. So I would make an appointment with yourself in your calendar for a set time that works for you. This one I do when I'm getting dressed, right? I know that I'm going to have 20 minutes when I'm putting on my makeup and flat ironing my hair. That's when I listen to my Get Started Right call, okay, on my speakerphone while I'm doing something else. Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the corporate call. You guys, this is a must. Get Started Right call is not a must, okay? So if you have to pare down and you have to choose one or the other, you're going to jump on the corporate call, because in order to get the corporate rhythm, in order to build your belief in what you're doing, in order to stay in tune with what the company's doing, you need to listen and you need to be on that call, because it's all the updates of what's going on in the company, okay? Oftentimes, Jeff Olson himself is on that call giving us a message and letting us know what's going on. And again, recorded, you guys, we realize that this is a business that people are doing around life, right? They're fitting it in around other things. So we know that you guys have to have the ability to go in and listen to calls whenever you want. If you can't make 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Tuesdays, again, put that in your calendar in a place where you can, okay? And then our awesome upline. You guys, I don't know if you know this being newbies, but you are in the top team in Nerium, okay? You have the highest number of NMDs in a team that you could possibly have in this team. And they have actually gotten together and they've put together Sunday night epic leadership team calls that, again, just train, support, and encourage us. Why do we want to do this? Why do we want to plug in consistently to these calls? Why 3 or 4 calls a week? What I want you guys to have to think of visuals a lot, right? I'm a very visual person. So somebody once said to me, if you were to use your phone all day long and you didn't plug it in, what would happen? It dies, right? You can't use it. Same thing with you and your business. You guys, you are in a business. This is your own business. So if this business fails, it's because you didn't do the work. It's not because the business doesn't work, right? It's because you didn't put the work in. If this business succeeds, if you have massive success in this business, it's not because you're lucky. It's not because you know the right people. It's because you did the work. You showed up. You plugged in. And in order to plug in, this is where you're plugging in. So your cell phone, you are going to plug in your cord and put it into the socket, and that's going to revive it, right? You're going to be able to use it. You guys, if you don't revive yourself 2 to 3 times a week in this business, you will die, okay? Your business will not grow because you need to be plugged in. You need to know what's going on. You need to have the pulse of the company, and you need to build your belief. As baby brand partners, it's one of the most important things, is building your belief, not only in the company, not only in the products, but in yourself and in your team, okay? So just massively, massively, massively important to really put an emphasis there. And again, I'll send that link through the Facebook chat that Cindy created. So you guys can even save that and just pop it into your, into your pictures. So Cindy, did you want to add anything?
No, well, yes, I guess I do. Danielle's right on target here, and I'm so glad she's doing the training. I just like listening. But being plugged in is the most important thing, because I can tell you, I was in another business. I was actually in Premier Design Jewelry, like quite a few of you here, and we had monthly training or training once a month. And I just say, if I missed that, I felt so disconnected. So when Nerium started doing this weekly Nerium University, it was great. And I'm going to tell you, the last month, I've had a lot of personal things go on where I couldn't be on. I couldn't be at Nerium U. I couldn't have it here in my home. And I felt that disconnect so quickly. I've been doing this for 3.5 years. You'd think, oh, you don't need it. You need it. Once it's like an addiction, like you want it every single Monday. You want to be with that team because you're going to get filled up again. I missed like 3 weeks in a row, and I just felt like, oh my gosh, I'm just like out in the space. So my point is, once you start getting connected and you're in that rhythm, that's what we call it, the Nerium rhythm. You don't want to get out of it. You will see your business grow. You will have success. You're going to get to know more of the team members, and you're just going to learn something new every single time. Every time I still take tons of notes. So just stay plugged in.
For sure. Yeah, you guys, it really does make a massive difference. And I'll tell you, being here in England by myself with nothing to be able to plug into. So you guys will also have monthly regional trainings in your area, right? Cindy has one up in Michigan. And, you know, there's all of these regional trainings in different regions every single month. You guys, those are for you. The leaders don't put those on for themselves. They take time out of their schedules to put those trainings together to help you grow, to help you have success, and to help you build a team. And so really take advantage. Those regional trainings, those should go on your calendar, right? First and foremost. And if there's something that gets in the way of you doing that, you know, make sure that you're at the next one. I mean, you guys, you want to plug into everything this company offers from a training perspective, because that's really how you're going to grow, right? Is really, really important. So you're also going to meet people at those trainings. So what you're going to learn in Nerium is that it's not just your upline that you have access to in this company. It's your sideline as well, okay? So, you know, you've got this amazing upline, but you may go to a training and you may meet somebody, or you may jump on a Zoom and you may meet somebody that you just really connect with. And in connecting with those people, what I want to encourage you guys to do is I want to encourage you to reach out. So anytime I'm on a training, it doesn't matter what it is, if the person that's speaking, I feel a connection to, I feel like, gosh, I could really get a lot out of learning from that person, I will message them, you guys, or I will track down a phone number from somebody that knows that person and reach out to them and say, hey, I really like your style, and I'd love 30 minutes to pick your brain, or 15 minutes to pick your brain. Can I do that? You guys, people in this business are open to it. The culture of this company supports that. So I really want to encourage you to think not just upline, but think sideline, and how can we come together as a team and really help one another.
Just to add to that, our regional training here in Michigan is Saturday, March 11th, which is coming up this next Saturday in Auburn Hills, Michigan. For most of you, it's probably a good, you know, I'm looking at the people in Michigan, you know, maybe a half hour for some of you if you jump on the freeway. We're right off of I-75, the Crown Plaza off of University Drive. So the information's been posted in our team page, which we call the Northeast Crushers, because we're the Northeast of the country. But, you know, plug into that. Karen is going to be fantastic Saturday. She's going to do a wonderful job. She's been a speaker for over 30 years. So she is very influential, and she has a tremendous amount of information she shares with us when she trains. So that's Saturday, March 11th, 10 o'clock.
Love it. And Cindy, are those the same, like the same week of the month every month?
Some of them. Right now, we're kind of going up and down with just things going on. The next one will be April 15th.
Okay.
And I can post all this stuff out there. The next one after that will be May 6th. So it kind of does fluctuate a little bit. And then the one after that is June 3rd.
Okay. The other thing, you guys, is if you're ever unsure when the next event is, I want you to log into your back office, right? You guys can log into your back office, and there is so much information at your fingertips, you guys. But when you log into your back office, one of the places that you'll find is there is an events section. And you can actually go to events calendar within this, and you can pull up for any state that you're in, right? So, you know, we can pull up Michigan's calendar right now, and it will actually tell you what's going on in Michigan. And there's your Auburn Hills regional training, okay? This is really, really important. Again, I'm going to say this a lot throughout this training, and if you, you know, if you talk with me at all, you're going to hear me say a lot. You guys, this is your business. So take control over your business. It's the only way you're going to have success. And if something's posted, put it in your calendar right when it's posted. And if you're ever questioning, come back here and figure out what's going on. This is also a brilliant place for you, right? If you have brand partners on your team that are in another state, right? We've got Kim over there. And you can actually go in here and you can pick any other state that you're in. and you can figure out what's going on in those areas. Okay. Really, really important to do that. For those of you that have not done so yet, there is a number that you will want to text to connect with Nerium Corporate, okay? And if you have your phones and you haven't done it yet, I would encourage you to pick up your phone and text, I think it's 59769 is the number, and you text the word REAL, R-E-A-L, to that number, okay? 59769, the word REAL, and Nerium will keep you connected. So you'll actually get a text. You'll get a reminder text about the corporate call. You'll get a reminder text about Nerium University. You'll get those things so that you start to really remember what's going on. Okay, so that's a great place to camp out there too. So I want to really talk a little bit about how do you get moving, because the majority or all of you guys on here have your kits. So you all have product and you all have marketing materials, and that's a beautiful thing. But those items that came in your kit are going to do you no good if they stay in the box. Okay, if they stay in the box, you're not growing a business, because you need to be able to get those in people's hands in order to be able to grow. And so first and foremost, making sure, you guys, that every single piece of marketing material that you have, so that would include your bottles of product and any marketing tools in that kit, have labels put on them immediately. So you might want to buy yourself, I actually just printed out some more of mine, but you might just want to buy yourself some bright, nice sticky labels, Avery labels from Office Max or somewhere. And you guys, I don't do anything fancy. I mean, you'll see, it's like my name, my UK number, my US number, and my email. That's it. Okay, so my name, my email, and my phone number, and that's pretty much it. Because at the end of the day, and some leaders may tell you differently, I don't put my website on everything. Okay, you guys don't all know me. I'm very controlling. And so I don't want people going to my website and having free reign over what they look at, okay? I want to dictate what they're seeing. And so if I give them my website, there is so much on there, you guys. I think it's just completely overwhelming. So for me, I would much rather they have my information, be able to get in contact with me and ask me for what they need, okay? So that's all that's on my labels. And then they go on the side of your bottles, okay? So this is very bad. I have a bottle without one on here. So all I do is I just take it, you guys, I stick it sideways on my bottle, okay? And I actually take a piece of packing tape, the thick packing tape, and then I cut it nicely. I don't make it sloppy, okay? I cut it kind of to fit, a little bit bigger than my label, and I place it over this label. Because you guys, if you don't, and you're not using waterproof labels, when you've given this bottle out a few times and you've gotten it back, this is going to be so gross, okay? It's just not going to be professional. So if you at least put a piece of packing tape over that, you're going to get your bottle back and you can wipe it clean, because you will be surprised at at how you get your bottles back, okay? Sometimes they're pretty gross. So that's all you want to do. You want to have that information on your bottle. Some people will actually put on these labels like a trial bottle at the top. So they might label that label trial bottle, and they might have some other, something else on there. Don't forget to start using this tonight, whatever you want to do. But as long as your information is on the bottle, you're good, okay? Same thing with your marketing materials. Those magazines that came in your kit, the brochures that came in your kit, they all need to have labels on them. Okay, nothing goes out of your hands without a label. Actually, my husband, so now I even label our personal bottles, because true story, my husband traveled to, I think it was Rome. I think he was in Italy. And he called me in a panic. The cleaning lady stole my bottle of Nerium. And my only question to him was, just tell me it had a label on it. I'm like, I don't care if she stole your bottle, that's fantastic, but please let it at least have my contact information, right? Because otherwise she's going to love it and she's going to go buy it somewhere else, okay? So you guys, even my personal bottles now, especially if I'm traveling, they have my labels on them, okay? It's really, really important. So number one, get your materials labeled. Number two, start thinking about who you're going to give them to and get them out. Okay, they're not going to do you any good sitting in your house. So what you can do is you can actually go to page 6 on your success planner. And on page 6, you're going to see a memory jogger. Okay. I'm going to go back to the franchise. Okay. If you guys had opened a restaurant and you had spent $250,000 to open a new restaurant, would you take time to write a list of everybody that you knew and call them and invite them to come and try your food? Okay, you would, you guys, because you've invested a lot of money and you need to get as many people in the door as possible. You guys, your Nerium business is the same thing. I don't want you to think about your business as twisting people's arms to use the product or to become a brand partner. I want you to think about your business from a perspective of you need to take people from not knowing about what you're doing to knowing about what you're doing. That's it. Okay, so I want you to take the pressure off yourself. It's not that you have to go out and sell everybody you know Nerium. I will promise you, you are going to have best friends who don't use your product. Okay, you are going to have in-laws or parents who don't use your product. Okay, you're going to have them. And you're not going to build a successful business off just your family and friends. So this list that you make for yourself, this is the beginning of your business. So if you're serious about your business, you're going to make a list very, very quickly of no less than 100 people. Okay, my list, I just made another one. So I'm almost 3 years in, and I just made another list, you guys. Okay, it is pages and pages and pages and pages. Okay, because do you know how I made that list? I didn't even use the memory jogger. I took my phone, I opened up my contacts, and I wrote down everybody in them. Nobody escaped. Okay, because they all have skin and they all have a brain and they all know people with skin and brains. Okay. Nobody got off my list. Then I went to Facebook and I went to my Facebook friend list and I wrote everybody on my Facebook friend list down that was not in my phone. Okay, you guys, I have hundreds and hundreds of names. Okay, so when you come back to your upline and you go, I already shared with everybody and they said no, your upline has my permission to ask to see your phone. Okay, and to ask to see your Facebook friend list. Because we all know we have a lot of people on there. Okay, so once you have your list, okay, just like your restaurant, you would be calling. If you just spent $250,000 to open a restaurant, you better believe you would spend at least that first day that you were going to start this business on the phone calling everybody. Hey, I don't know what you're doing Friday night. I'm having a grand opening. I just started a new restaurant. You got to come try it. And by the way, can you bring a car full, right? Hey, I don't know what you're doing Friday night, but any chance you can stop by, just open a new restaurant on the corner of such and such, bring a car full. I mean, you guys, you would be dialing for dollars, right? Same thing with your Nerium business. You guys, but it's not the information that you're transferring that is going to get you business in this business. It's your energy and your excitement. Okay? Your friends will not be excited about what you're doing if you call them and you say, oh, Kyla, it's Danielle. I just started this new thing, and I was wondering if I sent you a video, would you look at it? Right? Your friend's gonna be like, well, you know what? I'm kind of busy. Hey, Kyla, it's Danielle. I only have a second, but holy smokes, I'm so freaking excited. I just started a new venture, and I'm looking for some feedback. If I sent you a video tonight, if I sent it to you now, would you please take 5 minutes to watch it? It would mean the world to me. I'm going to call you back in 30. A little different, right? Okay. Now, what do you think if you get a Facebook message that goes like that? Hey, Kyla, I know we haven't talked in a while, but I just started this business and I'm looking for some people to give me some feedback. Do you think you'd watch a video? And delete. Right? Because you guys, realistically, you've probably received at least 10, 15 of those in the last year from friends who have started a new business and they're just firing off Facebook messages. Yep. Okay. So my number one tip for you guys, when you're starting this business, number one, you have to get excited. If you wake up and you are not excited, do not dial. Okay. Go get on the treadmill, go pump up with some music, call your upline, right? That's what they're there for. Let them help you get energized. Let them role play with you. Let them get you excited. get on the phone. Okay? When you get off the phone, you are going to rehash in your mind how that call went. So you're not just going to call. You're going to call, stop. How did that go? What did I like? What did I not like? Do I need to touch base with Cindy or Barbie, or who do I need to touch base with to go over why that call didn't go how I wanted or why it did? And can I do that again? Okay? You guys, it is a numbers game. You want to get those calls going as quickly as possible, but remember, you're not calling to ask them to spend money. Okay? If you're not calling to ask them to spend money, you're going to be a lot more excited and a lot less stressed. Okay? You want to get them in a position to know what you're doing. So that would be my encouragement to you. Build your list. It's really, really important. But do not wait to get your list to 100 people before you start calling, okay? You're going to start growing your list. And if you have a massive contact list in your phone, maybe just take 5 from each letter to begin with. The first 5 in A, the first 5 in B. Because you know what happens? You get to D and your wrist is tired, so you stop. But do you know what? Your power people are in E. And you just missed them because you got tired. So, you know, sometimes it's better to just go 5 from each letter and just get a whole bunch down. But again, don't stop or don't not start calling until you've got that list made. This is a continual list making, right? You're continually meeting people. You're continually building this list, okay? If you look on page 7 of your success planner, you'll see that there's actually a list builder. So there's actually, Nerium put together a sheet that gives you a roadmap to be able to put down people's names and their phone numbers. There's a phone number column for a reason, right? It doesn't say email, doesn't say Facebook friend name. It says name and phone number. Because you guys, if you use the phone and people hear your energy, your excitement in your voice, and you took the time to pick up the phone, they're going to be a lot more receptive. Okay? Some tips for you when you're calling. I feel like this is really, really important. And I think it's really easy to be nervous when you're starting something new. That's normal. You guys, everybody is nervous. And actually, if you talk to Cindy, Barbie, myself, you know, any of us that are still have been in this business a while, we'll all tell you we still get nervous to pick up the phone. You guys, I go to pick up the phone some days and I'm like, I don't know that I can do it, right? And then I have to call someone. I have to call Cindy. I have to call somebody and say, I don't want to do it, right? And they give you a kick up the pants and you do it, right? And then after you do it, you feel good. But here's the deal. Before you dial that person, this is a relationship business. Please, please, please give some thought as to who you're calling, okay? You're not calling everybody with the same generic message, okay? You're calling people, and they may be people you haven't talked to in a while, but that you know really might have an interest in what you've got, or they're really well connected, right? Really give some thought as to who you're calling and let them know immediately why you're calling. So one of my pet peeves is when somebody calls me and they catch up for 20 minutes and then they go, oh, by the way, I just started a new business and I was wondering if you could come to blah, blah, blah. I'm like, for real? 20 minutes of chit chat all to get to that. Why didn't you just tell me, hey, I'm excited, I'm doing something new, and having your support would mean the world to me. Do you think you could come over Friday night? Okay. So you guys keep it on the up and up. I don't want to go too much into role play on how to make those calls, because what I want to encourage you to do and what I encourage my team to do is to reach out to me with their initial list. So we actually go through the first 10 people. I usually do 10 at a time. So, Kyla might send me a list of 10 people with a little bit of a background on each of those 10, and we'll actually talk through what do we want to share with them, how are we going to share it, and here's some verbiage. Okay, so I want to encourage you to do that with your upline. I want to encourage you to get that list started and then reach back out. You guys remember that the team that you're working on, the leaders in your team are working with sometimes hundreds, sometimes thousands of people on the team. They want to work with you, but you have to reach out. Okay? There's a saying, you cannot feed a closed mouth. Okay? So if you are not reaching out to your upline, they don't know that you want to do this. If you want to do this, take the reins and blow your upline leader's phone up. I'm giving you permission, okay? Your new brand partners that blow your phone up, they're going somewhere. Okay, when you are like, oh my gosh, my phone is on fire, something good is about to happen because that person is connected and they're excited, and now you can coach them. You can't coach them if they won't reach out. Okay, so I want to encourage each and every one of you newbies on this call, reach out to your upline, take the lead. They are there, they want to work with you, but they need to know that you want to work. Okay, because this is a business. We want to work with the people that want to work. We don't want to try drag people along, right? If you've got somebody attached to your leg and you're pulling them and pulling them and pulling them and trying to get them to work, it's not fun for them. It's not fun for you. So if you have desire, really do. I encourage you, blow them up. Blow them up. That list that you're making, that initial list, not only is it your reach out to be able to say, hey, I'm doing something new, I'm really excited, would you take a look at a quick video? But it's also your list to start figuring out who you're going to give bottles of product to. Okay. My rule of thumb is I don't mail bottles. I don't mail full bottles. Okay. So you guys, if I'm opening a brand new bottle as a brand new baby brand partner, this puppy is staying close to home. It is not going in a mailer because I will probably not get it back. And this is a $90, $120 bottle of cream. Okay, you guys? So this bottle is going to somebody, not my mom, my aunt, the people, my best friends, like the people that trust me and really care for me. You guys, those people I am kind of calling and going, hey, I started a new project and I'm really excited and I need you to test drive something for 30 days risk-free. Can you help me out? I'm asking them straight up front to be a customer, to support me. This bottle is going to that next level. It's going to the people that you don't really feel like you can do that with, you know, but they're good people. You know them, right? They're local, so you can actually go drop it off and you can actually pick it up. Okay, but these bottles need to have names on them quickly for all of you newbies, because the system that Nerium has created is one where we put a bottle in someone's hand and just ask them for their honest feedback. Okay, again, this is really, really important that you guys get with your upline support team on how to trial a bottle properly. Okay, because one of the things that we absolutely have to do when we trial a bottle is set expectations right. So we always want to under promise and over deliver. Okay, you guys, I tell people you will not see change in your skin within this 5-day period. Okay, and I tell them that about 3 times when I'm dropping it off. Hey, you will not see change in your skin in the next 5 days. What I do anticipate is that you'll get a feel for the product, how it feels, how it smells, you know, whether you like it or not, and you may even feel a texture change. You may feel a change in the skin. Feel it, not see it. Right? I'm going to say it again. It's the second time. You're not going to see a change. Okay? I want you to take a before picture, or if I'm standing in front of them, I'm going to take a before picture before you start using the product. Because if you decide to continue using this product after the 5-day period, I will never, ever get another before picture. You'll already be 5 days in. So I'm going to take a before picture, but it's not because I expect you to see change in your skin. Remember, I don't expect you to see change in your skin. 3rd time. Okay? You guys, this is from experience. We, all of us, Cindy, Barbie, myself, you know, Barbie sent us, Justina, all of us, we've all given product and people have given it back after 5 days. I don't see a change. Okay, so you have to consistently tell them. And half the time they don't get pictures. So you tell them, this is your business. This isn't a hobby. You tell them, I am going to take your before picture. Okay, I don't expect you to see a change, but I want you to have this in the event you decide to continue using the product. And then just walking them through how to use the product. So I'm thinking that the majority of you on the page right now have probably tried the product yourself, and most people getting into the business have. And so if you've tried the product, you know you need to advise them to use the product on wet skin, right? 4 full pumps, and prime them, you guys, for the smell. However you want. Hey, this has an interesting odor. Okay? This has a fresh botanical scent, but some people have told me it smells like dirt. right? I will tell them and they laugh. But I'm like, you tell me, when I pick the product up, you're going to tell me what you think it smelled like, right? So you kind of have to let them know that it's going to smell funky, baby. Okay? It's botanical. You're used to having synthetic fragrances on your skin. This is all good stuff. It's going to smell funky. Okay? Let them know. Let them know that they are going to feel their skin tighten. It's not drying. It's tightening your skin. It's activating on your skin. That should be comforting to you. Okay? You want tighter skin, right? Great. You're going to feel it go to work immediately. Fantastic. And let them know, you guys, this is so important. This is a full bottle of product. Okay? I am loaning it to you for 5 nights. I need to pick it up on Friday because I have to drop it off on Saturday with somebody else. I've already committed to dropping it off on Saturday. So if you don't start using this product until Thursday, I still have to pick it up from you on Friday. Okay? I know that this is a new routine for you, so I'm going to text you tonight to remind you to use the product. Okay, you guys, I am hand holding my trialers' hands. When I leave them, I'm texting them at like 7, 8 o'clock at night. Hey, don't forget to use your Nerium. I know you want to get your full 5 days out of this trial. Sleep tight, right? You guys, I'm staying in contact. Next morning, just texting to make sure your skin's still on your face. Okay? You guys, be funny with them. Have some fun with them. Build relationship with them more, like play, right? You're texting them to make sure their skin's still on their face, to see how their first sleepover with Nerium was, whatever it is, because you want them to tell you in the morning if there was something they hated. Okay, you're not looking for anything else. All you're looking for is to flush out whether there was something they hated about the product, okay? Because you'll get it right then. Oh my gosh, it smells so bad. My husband would not get into bed with me, right? Oh my gosh, that happened to me too. My husband actually slept in the other room for a week, right? Until I was done with my trial. But now he actually uses the product too, right? You've got something to come back to. Oh my goodness, it felt like honey. How do you even smear that on your face? We've all had that, right? Oh, girlfriend, you were not using it on wet skin, were you? Oh, wet skin, what do you mean? Right, you guys, you're flushing out the objections on night 1. Now they still have 4 more nights, okay? You don't need to check in with them every day, but midpoint, sometimes just popping them a video to say, hey, I thought you might have an interest on some of our other products. Here's a short video to introduce you to the rest of the line. Okay, send them the science behind great skin or something where you have a video that can actually connect to them. And then the night before, right, Friday, you're picking this up. Thursday night, I'm texting them. Oh, only 1 night left. I'll be by to pick your product up at 4 o'clock. So sorry, right? Bummer. Just want to get my product back. Okay, you guys, when you go to pick the product up, what did you like best? Not what do you think. Oh my gosh, that is a loaded question. They can open up on you. What did you love best about the trial? If they say anything good, awesome. Did you like it enough to try it for another 30 days? Okay? Because if they did, you're going to get them as a customer right then. All right? And if they say they don't like it, you guys, it's okay. There's going to be people that don't like it. That is okay. How you leave them from that trial experience is so important. If you leave them feeling like crap for not liking your product, that's not cool. Okay? Oh my gosh, Jose, thank you so much for trusting me enough to try the product. I so appreciate it. And I understand that not everybody's going to love it. You know, who can you think of that absolutely loves to get their hands on the latest and greatest? Because I would love for you to pass that product on and let them try it. I'm just looking for feedback at this point, right? You guys leverage those contacts. It doesn't matter if they didn't like it. They know other people with skin and they can help you get the bottle in their hands. Okay, So it is okay if they don't like it. But if they say anything positive, ask them, hey, you know, do you like it enough to try it risk-free for a full 30 days and actually see what it's going to do for your skin? So hopefully those hints are helpful for you. You guys, I want to kind of wrap this up, and I want to open it up in case there's a couple of questions, or in case Cindy or Bobby or anybody else wants to have a quick have a quick chat in there. But if I can tell you the biggest thing, get on that why and get that list going. And then get back in contact with your upline support team so that they can go through some of this again with you. Because I will tell you this, sometimes you got to hear this stuff like 21 times before it actually sinks in, okay? I'm a slow learner. I told you guys that. It takes me a lot. I have to get on a lot of calls. And it's not that I don't get the information. It's just that sometimes it's new and you're in a noisy space. So keep asking, keep going back to the same things. Yeah, I'm excited for you guys. You have amazing products in your hand. You have an amazing company to back you, amazing products, and amazing leadership. So I'm excited to get to be on this with you all.
Awesome job, Danielle. You rock that. Good job. Yay! We clap for her. I just wanted to add a couple things that I know that a couple people have brought up to me. And what do you do if you don't have someone's phone number, right? Because a lot of people say, I have so many Facebook friends, but I don't know their phone number. Well, this is what a couple different ideas. You can actually Facebook them and say, oh my gosh, I really need to talk to you. Here's my number. Give me a call. Or can I get your number? I want to call you right away. Ask them for their number. If they're not open to that, do a voice clip. Danielle and I have been rocking these voice clips. I'm really using it a lot more because I can say all day long, hey, Danielle, how you doing? But when you hear someone's voice, hey, Danielle, it's Cindy today. You know, how you doing today? You're actually connecting with them like you're making a phone call. So even if you want to do a voice clip, and if they're not willing to give you a number, that's the first step. And they're like, well, you're here. You see, they saw the message, and 2 days later, like, okay, obviously she doesn't want to give you a number, or he doesn't. That's okay. Send them a voice clip. Hey, Barbie, hi, it's Cindy. Oh my gosh, I know you've probably been busy. I've been busy. I don't know if you got my last message. They did. I just wanted to let you know I'm really excited about something, and I'm actually getting together. Having some people over on Friday night. I would love if you can come over and just give me your feedback on what I'm doing. Right? So utilize the tools that we have. I'm not saying don't call them, but try that approach first, and then start using your voice, your actual voice without texting. I'm going to tell you, it doesn't work. I've had brand partners come in and text everybody, and nobody showed up at their party. I said, I asked you not to do, you can only say, I said that wouldn't work, right? I'm advising you not to do it that way because it's very impersonal. So that's just my little thing. The other thing is Danielle was perfect when she was saying the bottles are trials. They're testers. Don't ever say it's a sample. When you say it's a sample, I know this sounds really weird to even say that, but they may throw it away because they may not know it's a full bottle. So say it's a trial, or this is my personal bottle, I'm letting you use it for the next 5 days. That's another great approach. I'm giving up my bottle for you to try it. Something that they're going to go, oh, wow, that's like her bottle. She's not going to use it for 5 days and she wants me to, or he does, so try different approaches with everybody, but don't use the word sample. Use tester, use trial, 5 days. You can even do 2 or 3 days if you want. People love it within 2 or 3 days. You don't have to wait 5. If you've only got 3 bottles and you really want to get them moving, do a couple days. There's nothing that says 5 days. That's what we just kind of use, okay? Gosh, you brought up so many good things. I don't even know if I have to add.
Well, I was going to say too, Jose, I know I have a lot of guys on my team. My Australian team is very male heavy. Mm-hmm. And I have some bold men on the team, right? And I have some men and some women, actually. I actually have a woman on my team that does the same thing. Depending on your personality, you guys, sometimes you can actually, I couldn't get away with this because my friends would be like, who are you? But if you have a bolder personality, there's nothing wrong with saying, right? One of the guys on my team will call his friends and say, hey, I am onto something fabulous. You've got to try it. Get me your credit card number out. I'm ordering it for you, right? Literally, that's the call that he's been making. He has one of the top number of PCs on my team but he does it with such confidence where it's just listen, I got something great. You're going to love it. Give me a credit card number. I'm putting orders in tonight. They're like, well, what is it? Don't worry about it. It's amazing. You're going to love it. Like, he literally. So for those of you that feel very bold with your friends and family and you feel like you can get away with that, go for it. If you can do it, right? My friends would be like, I don't know about that, because that's not my personality. But if that's your personality, there is nothing wrong with asking and just telling them what to do, because at the end of the day, a lot of people just want to be told what to do. Okay, they really do. They just want you to tell them. They want you to have enough confidence to tell them. So the other thing that a lot of my guys are doing is coming from approach of, hey, I'm working on a project, you need to take a look at it, and it's all about the numbers. Okay, so they're taking it from a very business approach as well. And it's more to do with sending a graph of what we've done over the last, 5 years, what have you. You just got to check out the numbers, and then we need to get on a call, right? So just some ideas there for you, Jose. Hopefully that helps. But they're also trialing product, right? They're still putting product in people's hands because they know it works. So, but yeah, I'm super excited for you guys. You guys are on an amazing journey. Lots of fun things to come this year. My gosh, I cannot share enough for 2017. But for those of you that haven't been around, for the last few years, on average, we've launched one product in one country a year. You guys, we are looking at 5 to 7 new products. And gosh, so many markets I can't even count, right? With the opening of Colombia this year, Hong Kong, China, New Zealand, and now Europe coming as well. You guys, this is going to be the year. So don't sit back, don't wait, go share, because the worst thing you'll ever do is pick up the phone 3 months from now. You didn't call that person that was on your chicken list, right? That person on the list that you're so scared to call, and you didn't call them, and you call and they say, oh my gosh, I just signed up last week. Isn't this so cool? Mm-hmm. And you want to cry, you guys, because they're your A-list player. So don't wait. Okay. Share, but get with your upline and let them walk you through how to do a good share. It's really, really important.
Wonderful job. You did great. No, fantastic.
Oh, I'm so excited for you guys, and I look forward to hopefully being able to Zoom with you guys a lot and see faces and hear all the success stories that are coming out of this team, because you guys are gonna rock it.
Awesome. Don't be afraid to reach out.
Anything you wanna. You got a lot of people on here that can help you out right now. So if you want to stay on, I'm actually recording this. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but I did record it because there was quite a few people that said they were getting on, and some people that said they couldn't get on that really needed to hear this. So I thought this was a great backup. So I did record it, and I can keep the recording going if you feel comfortable with your questions being on here, or I can stop it now. If you guys cool with that, let me know.
Cool. I'm cool.
You going?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Cindy, I need to go. So
okay, Jose.
Thank you for everything. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Anybody else have any questions? Anything you ask is fine. Okay.
If I could just say a little something, Cindy.
Absolutely.
On a side note, I love what Danielle said about our labels. Because, see, my label's here, but it doesn't have the tape to protect it. That is genius. So I'm going to do that to my bottles tonight. And also, for the newbies, Cindy Schrader had taught me this back when I began, because I had a new brand partner who gave a brand new bottle unlabeled to a coworker over the weekend. And when she received the bottle back, I told her, can you open it? She didn't know how to open the bottle. We're not really supposed to, but it's good for you to know how to open up your employees to see how much more you can trial it for. She noticed that the bottle was empty. Then there's times where your bottle is non-functioning. So always make sure that you pre-pump all your employees once you label them. But a trick that I do to know how much is in this trial bottle, I turn on my cell phone, I turn on the little lamp, and my dog's in my lap. Hold on one second. Okay, so I just put my product, and as you can see, when I put it on the lamp, I can see that I have more than half, more than enough for maybe 5 more samples or trials. I also do that with my eye serum bottles because they're white bottles and you could hardly see through them. But if you use the flashlight of your phone, it's perfect. And these come right off with a little delicate shimmy with a butter knife. Just follow the rim. I don't know if you could see that. And this pops right out. Also, one last thing, if the pump does not work, you just unscrew the head, but don't really take off the head. Just like unscrew it, and then you just screw it back on, and you should be able to get that baby pumping out perfectly. That's it.
I love it, Bobby, which leads me to one other thing, you guys. Make sure that you know and that your trialers know that they cannot pump the product into another container for a friend. So let's say somebody wants to use the product and they have a girlfriend, they want to use it at the same time. So she says, you know what, I'm just going to pump a little bit into a container and give it to her. No, because you guys, that container that this is in, this is actually protecting the integrity of the product. So the packaging has a lot to do with the integrity of the product. Once it's exposed to light and moisture, light and air, it loses its efficacy. So it's not going to work as well. So make sure that they know that this bottle protects the integrity. It's why there's a pump out, right? So that no air and light gets into it. And so you would much rather they use it for a few days and then pass the whole bottle to their friend, but not to pump product out. So,
Good.
I love it. That was really helpful, Bobby. I love those tips.
Well, thank you. You did a phenomenal job.
Well, good. Well, I kept you guys longer than I wanted to because I really wanted to try to keep this under 30 minutes. It's impossible, you guys. But I wanted to also give you enough that when you leave here, you have an idea of where you're going. So I posted the link to the Mark Smith training. I also posted the graphic with the calls on it. So you guys, your list and the Mark Smith training, if you don't have a good handle on your why, and that will give you a great kickstart to get going.
And this is Elisa. Also, they should start their online training too.
Yes. Do you guys know where that is? So if you go into your back office, oh, that's not it. Oh, wait, where am I? Sorry, you guys, I've got too many windows open. If you go into, no, that's not it either. You go into your back office, see if I can go back. Okay, and you can go right here. See this big orange block? Can't really miss it. Oh, did you see it?
Yeah, right at the right.
Yeah, the big orange block, it says online training right here, you guys. This is your new brand partner training. It's phenomenal. And it's interactive. So once you start it, it actually saves where you stop. So if you have an issue and you need to, go do something else, it'll save, and then you can come back to it and pick up where you left off. But yeah, those are some great places just to sit. So, all right, with that, I'm going to say good night to you guys, or good afternoon for you guys to be able to go get your dinners ready and everything else going. But it's been fantastic seeing you all, and I look forward to seeing you all definitely at conference, because I just got my tickets solidified. So I will be there for sure.
Yep. Speaking of that, get that on your calendar now if you can. July 21st, 22nd. Wait.
20th through the 22nd.
2021, 22, St. Louis. It's an easy drive for many of us. It's like 8 hours away. So if you can't get a flight, let's get in the car and let's drive and make it a little road trip. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
It's well worth every single penny and moment being there, because that's where my vision came from, is when and just sharing real quick, if you guys want to go, you can. But it was that first conference. It was actually in St. Louis. It was 4 months into the business. No, 6 months into the business. And I saw all of our upline walking across that stage with that $25,000 check. And I looked at Barbie and my husband and the other people that were there. And I said, I will be walking that stage. I visualized exactly what Danielle's talking about. You have to have a vision. I said, I will be walking that stage in October, come hell or high water, with that $50,000 check. it's a visual. I mean, it's the work that goes into it, but I had that vision and I had that dream and I wanted that to happen, and we all made it happen. So,
and it's so fun.
pretty incredible. Incredible.
All right. Well, awesome. Well, thanks, Cindy, for getting on and for getting all these newbies on. Fun. We had a
Thank
good
you.
time.
This is awesome.
Nice to meet everybody and see all the other ones coming back. Yay!
It's awesome.
You can always restart. That's what we love.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Kyla, if you want to connect